Fallout TV show is a perfect example that no matter how good the show, there will always be critics, even if they may be wrong. Let me explain. Fallout first released on September 30th, 1997, spanning into a successful game series over the coming 21 years with their latest release of Fallout 76. Every game has been highly reviewed and loved by fans worldwide, not you. And it was only natural this would transform further into other forms of content and media. Well, today I welcome you to the Fallout TV series, which actually features Todd Howard, the lead creator of Fallout 3, as an exclusive producer, bringing hope to fans that this show would not only be good, but may actually be accurate too. Well, believe it or not, they did it. The TV series was not only accurate to the games, it was also a very entertaining watch, detailing the life of those who survived the nuclear fallout and got to tell the tale. I not only thoroughly enjoyed it, but as you can see by these reviews, so did many others, with the show ending strong with a 9.1 out of 10 from over 7,000 reviews as of the time of recording this audio. Now, obviously everything has its flaws, but they can be easily brushed off when talking about the combination of great storytelling and visuals as you get engrossed in the show and the characters in it. Now, if you haven't watched it, please go ahead and watch it now, because this video is very obviously spoiler heavy. The show follows three main characters, and I'll talk about them in the order presented in the show. Firstly, we have Lucy McLean, portrayed by Ella Purnell, a go-getter goody two-shoes from Vault 33, who lives with her brother and father enjoying the luxuries of Vault life and being a member of a thriving Vault community. We then have Maximus, portrayed by Aaron Moten, a soldier from the Brotherhood of Steel whose goal in life is to serve the Brotherhood and fight for their side, all in the aim of a better future for himself and their people. And finally, we have Cooper Howard, portrayed by Walton Goggins, a Gaul who has survived the last 200 years watching humanity waste away on the surface, his own semblance of humanity fading with the passage of time. Essentially, these three spend the whole show playing a game of hot potato with a scientist's head, which contains something important inside of it that you don't discover until the very end of the show. Each has their own needs for said head, and are constantly trying to keep it out of one another's reach whilst trying to hand it over to meet their end goal. Now, although I've only been praising the show up to this point, there are many who would disagree with me and argue the show has a load of issues and pointless plot progressions to keep the story moving. That's going to be the main aim of this video. The first issue we encounter, as I've heard so many times over this last couple of weeks, is the fact that the first character encountered on the surface drinks a bottle of water with a Nuka-Cola sound effect. Now, I understand. Sound plays an important part of any scene, and the wrong sound can really ruin your immersion of a show. However, I believe this was placed as a nod to the fans, as I can't imagine a 200-year-old drink would taste that good, as stated in the original Fallout lore that it is considered to be the top beverage in the United States before the war and the fallout happened. I imagine a vault as pristine and well kept as Vault 33 wouldn't have a 200-year-old drink that has moulded away in their inventory. However, I do understand that sound is important, and this does ruin this moment for those who know and recognise the sound. The second issue we encounter is the de-aging process of Hank, which I know a lot of people have complained about, but now it's my turn to do so. This looks bad. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not the worst de-aging I've ever seen. I mean, have you guys seen Gemini Man? And quite frankly, it's not the worst CGI I've ever seen for that case. But you can't have something like this, and this, but then show this. It's as if they made the show, recorded it all, and went, "Ah shit, we forgot to show that Hank scene. Damn it, how much budget do we have? I mean, I have an expired condom in my wallet I can sell. Perfect," and ran with it anyways. The third, and I am going to make this the final issue, but it's technically split into 3 sub-points because God knows a man can yap. The pointless plot progression. There are so many moments that seem to just be destiny for the sake of moving the story along, without any actual reason for it to be so. The 3 main examples that I'm going to talk about are Baby's first campfire, Grandad needs a rest, and Han Solo's biggest fan. You're telling me that in all of the United States of America, this place, he was walking in this area and happened to see the flame, and instead of thinking, must be some nutjobs burning someone alive, he approached it and gave her advice? He is a famous target and well aware that he is one, yet he finds the first person he can to pass on some wisdom on how to survive this wasteland, with no evidence that this person in front of him isn't going to immediately slit his throat. And I know, But she's wearing a vault suit. Yeah, but so are the supposed Vault 32 dwellers, and we know how that turned out. And what was the ghoul doing here? Just sat in this one small town in the middle of nowhere waiting. Not even waiting for the target, as at this point he doesn't know that the professor is being smuggled out from this town, as I imagine this isn't public knowledge, nor would the people doing the smuggling want it to be so. It's like going, hey guys, I know where Osama bin Laden's hiding, in the middle of a meeting in the Pentagon, and expecting them to brush it off as non-important. There is no way this was information available anywhere. So why is he just randomly sat there waiting for something to happen? It's the equivalent of me deciding to pack my bags, move up to some random village in the middle of fuck all nowhere Scotland, sit there and wait for Dwayne The Rock Johnson to turn up and ask me how my day was. That's the level of astronomical odds we're talking about, that this person would just turn up in front of the ghoul when the ghoul decides, yeah, I'm gonna hunt that guy. Yeah, and you could argue that he got some information beforehand, or a tip or a lead that the professor was going to be here at this point in time, but he's just woken up. How is he going to have the time to find all of this out and get to this town and sit there waiting? And then the final encounter that makes no sense to me is this one, and it's really driving me mad. What the hell was Lucy doing there in time to find Maximus after all this shit went down? The head, with the tracking device in it, was taken by Thaddeus the night before. So surely Lucy would go, oh look, the head is going that way. Therefore, I will go that way to follow it. But this scene makes the assumption that she saw the tracker leave this location and decided to retrace the steps and go the opposite direction instead. And before any of you argue, well, maybe she tries to walk through there to get towards the direction of the tracker. That's a good point. Counter argument, Thaddeus left the same way she enters from. No matter how hard I try, I cannot see a world where this makes any sense to me. And I would love it if someone points out that I missed some minor detail, meaning the tracking device fell out, but for the life of me I don't get it. Anyways, despite these issues, the show is incredible. It's a stunning watch with a lot of work and dedication behind it, and I think if you have the opportunity to watch it, you really truly should. Also, the show brings a whole new meaning to getting fingered. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe. Bye!